Hey Libra, what's up? Let's go ahead and jump into your reading. So I see that there's a lot of spiritual and emotional things happening during this time for you. By the way, happy birthday. I also see that there's an Aries involved, or it could be that, maybe it's just someone who's new in your life or someone who has a lot of energy. But I'm seeing it's most likely a masculine figure, okay? So that's the first thing that I want to point out, because that energy is standing out very, very strong. I'm seeing that this aspect of the good things that are happening in your life are definitely related to your home as well as your family life and like what makes you happy. So I see that for you, Libra, you look like you're very stable. You look like you're really family oriented, and it looks like there is something new coming your way as far as how you're living and your lifestyle. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want to point out, but let's go ahead and dig deeper and get into the rest of your spread. Things are looking really, 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 really good. Okay, so let's see, you are definitely starting a new chapter here with the universe card. So you've been through some things, you've walked out of some situations, you transitioned out of some situations, and now you're on your new phase in life. Okay, so that is something that I'm noticing. You have chemistry with someone, you're having a lot of fun with someone as well, and you are getting to know them. I feel like you're dating this person, you could be taking them more serious, becoming more exclusive, but you're definitely dating someone new. It definitely could be that Aries that we were talking about. With the third eye chakra card, I feel like you're understanding, or it's almost like you're trusting your instincts more. You're becoming more in tune with what you truly need in your life instead of like what looks good. So instead of using, your two physical eyes, you're allowing your higher self or God or your connection with spirit, whatever you want to call it, to guide you towards, the right path. And so usually when this happens or when this card comes out, it lets me know that you have been doing a lot of connecting with yourself and also a lot of shadow work, like really, looking at yourself and being like, what do I need to fix? What do I need to go towards? What am I doing that's destructive to myself or other people in my life? Okay, so kudos to you for that. Okay, and because you've been doing all of this, you are receiving the benefits of good things coming towards you, as well as I think you're meeting someone new who maybe that's something that you've been wanting, like a certain partner in your relationship life, and I'm seeing that blossom for you. Okay, so let's get some information on what's going on. Okay, we have Ten of Pentacles. So I see that you're working with someone, or you're talking to someone who they seem like they're very family oriented, like I was saying. I think that's also something you care about. I feel like for some of you, you do already have children or something like that, or you have a desire to have children in the future, so you are focused on someone who wants to build that as well. So that's something beautiful. The Tower. Okay, so some of you guys probably did have a divorce in your past, or you just got out of a relationship that was really deep, or you guys had children together. It could have been a marriage. And I see that because you have finally done away with all of that stuff, now you're able to really focus on what you want to go towards with the Tower card here. Okay, so this new person that's coming into the picture, I feel like for some of you it is a familiar person, like, or you're just familiar with their energy. But I feel like for some of you, you may have known them before, or you just never saw them in that way, or maybe you grew up with this person, and then later on in life you guys come together and you're like, hey, I think we should, try to date, something like that. The chemistry is definitely there. And like I said, there's a lot of intuitive energy attached to the situation. So the passion is there, the chemistry is there. I think the goals and like the long-term views are also aligned with each other. So this is a really good connection. Okay, so what are you moving towards? You're looking to move, it's like you're looking to change the way that you used to be in relationships. Like the way that you used to see relationships, you're leaving that mentality behind. I think for a lot of you, there was a lot of bitter energy. I think there was a lot of competition, especially if you're a woman. I feel like there was a lot of like jealousy involved in your past, and just not, like your heart became cold, you became scorned and things like that, right? Like in the past. And I feel like you're leaving that behind so that you can find a balanced relationship. I think your past relationships were very unbalanced. That's the word I'm getting, unbalanced. Like, maybe you were putting in a lot more effort than the other person, or maybe you thought that you guys were both putting in effort and that person was not being truthful or honest with you, and I just feel like you had to leave that mentality behind. So that's a huge step, because I see that is still something that kind of lingers, like some of the old things that you used to think, some of the old things you used to be afraid of. Within this new dynamic, you're finally like allowing yourself to not think that way, because you're finding someone who is showing you the effort instead of you just guessing or hoping that they're giving you the effort. Does that make sense? I hope that does. Okay, Libra, so this is really good. So this is basically like karma, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go through like certain cycles. I feel like you finally finish the cycle, but not just finishing it, but you let go of all of those old situations, that insecurity or whatever the case is for you specifically. You finally have let that go, and so now you're actually going to receive a gift. I think it could be literally a gift, it could be advice, or it could be this connection with this person is actually a real solid relationship. Okay, so congratulations once again. So let's get some information on this Aries. It could be Aries, maybe not. We have the Wheel of Fortune. It's fate. Yeah, this is all a part of the cycle of life. Your spiritual team has guided you towards this person for sure. Like I said, the third eye chakra came out. So it's almost like you have this intuitive feeling about them. And then also with the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords, this was literally a part of your path. This was a part of your journey, especially with your natal chart. You want to see maybe where Aries is placed in your chart, or I would say you want to look into your 7th house, the house of marriage. You can look where your Venus is at. There's something with your natal chart that is connecting all of this together. And I also think it's your North Node as well. Something with your North Node. And so if you know about natal charts, look into that and see like how it's connecting, because there's definitely some sort of synergy here. But if you don't know anything about that, you definitely can email me and I can help you understand what is happening in this time of your life, because of the transits happening in astrology, also connected to your natal chart. So yeah, this is a go. Whoever this person is that you're dealing with, if it feels right and they're showing you what you expect, this is the person for you at this time, at least. But I'm seeing for a lot of you, it also will carry over into the future as well. So this Ace of Pentacles, beautiful card, one of the best cards that you can get, especially when we're talking about relationships. So this could be relationships of all aspects. Now what I like about this, it's combined with the 10 of Cups, right? So this 10 of Cups energy combined with the Ace of Pentacles, this is basically saying there is a foundated new path that you're going down with this person. It's structured, it has discipline, it has, it has a lot of potential to be long-term. So in combination with that, it also has this sense of joy. It has the emotional balance with it. It's not all just about the money. It's not all about, the lifestyle. It's also about having true, genuine bliss. Outside of everything else that we've been kind of programmed to think is important. There's a family element here, there's love, there's happiness, there's laughter, there's comfortability. But it's not comfortability where you're settling, it's comfortability where you feel like this is the right thing for you. 5 of Pentacles, you were in need of this connection, like you really truly wanted a connection. And then for other people watching this, or it could be you as well, there was some money issues going on for sure. And I think for whatever reason, the person that you're with is really giving you a sense of like a safety net or something. Like they're really helping you out. They are very, or you could be, yeah, I think you were going through these situations as well. So you were going through some things where you were worried about like, your money, you were worried about the future. I think a lot of you were kind of living check to check or something like that. And so that was your focus. That was what you needed help in. I'm also seeing that there was some, like you needed an offering, or you needed, a blessing. It's like you just wanted a blessing or something like that. Okay, how is Libra playing into this? 8 of Cups. Yeah, it's because of the past situation that you had left behind. I don't know if it was a divorce and it just took a lot out of you, spiritually and monetarily, financially. But it looks like whatever you had going on in the past, it definitely was kind of dampering down on you. Like it was heavy. But because of you walking away from it, even though it did take a lot, it did probably take a lot from you, a new door opened. And so you were able to really transition out of that emotional depression that you were going through. Because I see for a lot of you, you really were going through it. And so now that's this new path that you're on. You're not feeling that. I think that some of you may have a new job. Some of you are learning what it means to be financially stable. Like I think you're actually financially stable now. And if you're not, you are definitely headed that way. Okay, so don't worry. All right, 4 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Okay, so there was a conversation. There's this mindset that has to shift. I think a lot of you are still being a little negative, but I think it's just because of what you're used to. You're used to everything just being shitty, or you're used to everything not going the way that you planned it. But what I do see is there's a lot of new things coming your way, especially happiness, especially like true, genuine happiness. With the Four of Cups, I want to remind you, don't be so quick to expect the worst. Don't be a pessimist. Like, try to be optimistic about things, because your mindset has a lot to do with the direction that you're going in, and you're going to block your blessings by not accepting them, because you're already pushing them away by saying this could never happen to me, or I don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So you want to be very careful about your words and how your perspective on things. Like, just be really optimistic. Okay, know that you're putting in the work. Know that you've done a lot. You know, there's a lot of things that you've had to do and endure. So don't let it be for nothing. Don't turn away your blessings after you've already left the after you've already left things that were bad in your life. Don't walk towards bad things because you expect that. Like, you walked away from it so that you could start something new. So accept the new things that are coming. Okay, now this Ten of Cups, what is this blessing here? What is this? Three of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of you have a new job, or you're finding a way to make money. You're getting along. I think that you're connecting with the right people to build whatever you want. So if you want to have a better job, if you want to have a better, or build a family, you're doing that. If you want to have a better friendship group, or whatever it is, you're starting to manifest that, okay, at this time. So make sure you are aware of that. Four of Swords, you're having very good conversations with people who want to expand, with people who can challenge the way that you've been thinking. So I think conversation at this time is very good for you. Obviously, Libra, you are an air sign, and you are the sign of relatability. So there's a lot of lessons that you can learn by dealing with other people. So just make sure it's the right people. But I see that conversation is going to be key for you at this time. Also, conversation with yourself, like really analyzing how you think. What's your process of moving up in the world, or expanding your horizons? Like, how do you process all of that? Do you even see yourself being able to do such a thing? So you really want to have that time to yourself. I would say towards the end of this time period. But you also want to make sure you're having time to speak to other people as well, because I feel like there's stuff that other people have to offer you or tell you. It could be a piece of advice, it could be a job offering, or it could be like, hey, I know this person who does this, or it could be a genuine conversation about just being more optimistic. I just feel like people have a lot to offer you at this time. So it started off that it was very romantic, which I do think you are going to be having that conversation with someone who you are romantically attracted to, but also other people in your circle. But there's also a lot of financial abundance here. Let's see. It may not be career-wise for some of you, but I do see that there's a new job for some of you, or there's a new stream of income coming in. There's also this new energy of stability, meaning that you don't have to focus so much on how you're going to make it. Like, the sense of struggle is fading away. Okay, so once that happens, take advantage of that and be grateful for it, but then start thinking of how to build yourself with that stability. Now that you don't have to put all of your focus into just surviving, what are we doing now, Libra? Like, what are we doing to expand your lifestyle? What are we doing to upgrade? What are we doing to better your children's life, if you have that, or to start living the life that you truly want to live? So yeah, Libra, that is your reading. Once again, happy birthday. A lot of beautiful things happening for you. Congratulations on transitioning out of whatever you were going through. There's a lot of beautiful things here. And with that being said, I love each and every one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Libra.